Sometimes you were born a Mickey. We're going to say Mickey's a boy, right? At about 4, 5, you discover that you are no longer a Mickey. You are a Minnie. So your gender and your sex does not line up, right? So you begin to start dressing like a girl, a Minnie Mouse, right? You are no longer this Mickey Mouse. You are this Minnie Mouse. This is how things work.
A little creepy, bro.
Does anyone else find it slightly unsettling that fella, actually, we just heard from in the first clip, was talking about 4 and 5-year-olds while holding Mickey and Minnie Mouse Pride Collection stuffed animals? Anyway, welcome back. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So I have a very quick and slightly crazy weekend Clown World update for you guys today. And as usual, we have, well, very little time to waste. So let's get into it. Now, if you place your attention on the screen for a moment. So here we have a post from a subreddit called Trans Lesbians. Now, this fella posted this photo. The caption says, "Do I have a chance with other trans lesbians?" So is he just gay? I don't know.
He looks like a fucking loser.
All right, let's keep it moving with this lady who turns down an invitation to her neighbor's wine party simply because she's voting for Donald Trump. These people continue to shun their family and friends because of their political views, then claim to have the moral high ground. Roll it.
Well, you guys, I did it. She just left my house. She came and offered me an invitation to her wine party, and I told her everything I said I would say. That Trump is a racist, an insurrectionist who wants to take away women's bodily autonomy, a man who wants to destroy America, a man who is anti-democratic. I told her that to see that flag on her porch broke my heart. And you know the worst part about it, y'all? The look in her face, the broken, hurt look. She looks like a good woman. And there's no doubt in my mind that she is. But she's voting for a man who is not. And it broke my heart to tell her no. But I had to let her know that her support of Trump is unacceptable and that he put a target on the lives of Black people in Ohio. But I'm proud that I stood my ground.
You see that? That's a stupid bitch.
Now, I'm sure most of you have probably heard about the controversy surrounding the Biden administration spending all the FEMA money on the migrant crisis down at the border over the past 3 years, so there's nothing left to give the hurricane victims. Well, Joe Biden's publicist, diversity hire Karine Jean-Pierre, says that's simply not true. But she forgets the internet is forever. So here we have a split screen. The first clip is from just a couple days ago. The second clip you're going to hear is from a few years ago. Roll it.
It's just categorically false. No, Biden did not take FEMA relief money to use on migrants. So FEMA regional administrators have been meeting with city officials on site to coordinate available federal support from FEMA and other federal agencies. Funding is also available through FEMA's emergency food and shelter program to eligible local governments and non-for-profit organizations upon request to support humanitarian relief for migrants.
You lying bitch. She is lying like a motherfucker. I know that. Ooh, that TSA shit tingles. This motherfucker's lying.
So there you have it. Joe Biden's publicist getting caught with her hands in the cookie jar. And since those split screen videos are so much fun to watch, let's do another one. This time between the two 2024 presidential candidates. Roll it.
You know, we have to stay woke. Like, everybody needs to be woke. And you can talk about if you're the wokest or woker, but just stay more woke than less woke. Yeah.
You know what woke means? It means you're a loser. Everything woke. Everything woke. It's true. Everything woke turns to shit, okay? It's true. Look at what's happening.
Now, just to show you guys that I'm fair, let's shit on a Republican. And let me just say this real quick. I am not a registered Republican. I'm registered no party affiliation, only because I refuse to belong to a party that includes people like Mitch McConnell and Lindsey Graham. So next up, we have Senator Lindsey Graham talking to Sean Hannity on Fox News about the hurricane. And what does neocon warhawk Lindsey Graham do? Brings up global war. This is a truly disgusting human being. Roll it.
You can thank Donald Trump and Elon Musk for that.
But look, you know, I've been going all over South Carolina like most people. I hadn't slept much. But look what's going on in Israel. Our friends in Israel are surrounded by people that want to kill them, destroy them, a second Holocaust in the making. And Biden says be proportional. What is the proportional response to people who want to kill you and your family? Gosh. They're running out of ammunition in Israel. We have to help our friends to keep the war over there from coming here.
This guy's a serious asshole.
So Senator Lindsey Graham just proved to everyone on national television that he cares more about people in other countries than he does his own citizens here in the United States. If that doesn't get your blood boiling, I don't know what will. Anyway, next up. Now, wait a minute. It's not Halloween yet. What are we doing here? Roll it.
What to do when you don't know someone's pronouns? Tell your own first. I'm Giggles. I use she and her. What are your pronouns? Listen to how others refer to them. Don't guess, but don't be worried about making mistakes. We're all learning something new, and learning is growing.
Okay. What the f was that?
So this individual, who is a biological man that identifies as a trans woman, is upset that the school he was supposed to start teaching at found out he was trans and decided they didn't want him working there anymore. I got no problem with that. Roll it.
When you get hired for a job and then they meet you in person.
Whoa, you have a deep voice.
And they didn't realize how trans you actually are. So they keep pushing your start date back over and over. While the other teacher that teaches at the same place as you with that company has already started.
You act like a little bitch right now.
Now, let me just clarify real quick. That may have sounded a little harsh. I am against workplace discrimination and discriminatory hiring policies, of course. However, if I had a job interview and I showed up wearing a Halloween costume, I would fully expect them to give the job to someone else. What's the difference? Anyway, next up. So this fella used to try on his mother's clothes when he was a kid and get excited. Roll it.
And then when I was about 10 years old, I remember sneaking into my mom's room, my mom and dad's room when nobody's home, and going into her closet and trying on her clothes. And I got really excited when I would do that, and it felt right.
Stop being a girly man.
Hey guys, real quick, before we go any further, I want to give a huge shout out to the sponsors of today's video. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to let this loop on the screen. I hope he's not in the ladies' room. Anyway, today's video is being brought to us by our first sponsor, is none other than Pastor Bob Rogers. Pastor Bob, thank you so much for sponsoring today's video, sir. I really appreciate the support. And the second sponsor of today's video is the Etsy store Red Clover Fields. Now, many of you know that is my wife's Etsy store, and she's got some fantastic stuff on her website. Stuff I use every day, and I swear by it. So if you're looking to take control of your health and maybe get away from some big pharma products, definitely go peruse her store. I will put a link to that in the description box below. And I also want to give a big shout out to today's honorable mention, Felicia B, for leaving a super thanks on the last video. So Felicia, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So once again, today's video sponsors are Pastor Bob Rogers in the Etsy store Red Clover Fields, with the honorable mention going to Felicia B. Now, if you'd like to sponsor the next video and help support the channel, there is a PayPal link in the description box below, and I will say your full name as a sponsor of said video unless stated otherwise by you. Can we please get this fella off the screen? Because I'm kind of embarrassed for him. Oof.
The hell are you supposed to be?
Now, we've all had far too much brain aids for one day, so it's time for a good laugh. Now, I don't know if this is a real news story or a skit. I'm leaning towards a skit, but it's funny either way. Roll it.
Yes, ma'am. We just wanted to come home. My cousin has been missing for 3 days now. Me and my family, we've been out here in the woods looking for her. We've been looking everywhere for her. Yeah, but my thing is, my family is telling everybody that she may have gotten kidnapped. She weighed over 300 pounds. When have y'all ever seen somebody over 300 pounds get kidnapped? Who? Come on now. Who fighting her and put her in the car? Nobody. I'm tired. It's hot outside. She probably somewhere. I keep telling them. She keep trying to be a foodie, one of the mukbangers type things. All they got to do is check every restaurant, but instead we out here checking the woods. The train tracks, we checking everywhere. The boyfriend don't know where she at. He don't care about where she at. He don't even like her. I like him. I like her boyfriend. So I know he not stun her. We just need her to come home because she left this. She left this. And we got to sit here and take care of this. It's cute and all. Ain't that right, mama? But she need to come get a dog. How you leave a whole dog? That's like leaving your kids, and you know I don't like kids. But let me say something to her. Brianna, if you are not back, if you are not home, in 3 days, I'm keeping this dog. I'm keeping her. She made my face itchy and everything. We got a little bag for her because she don't like to walk around. She probably done tried to eat the dog. Ain't no telling, ma'am.
All right, guys, we're going to be wrapping it up with this clip of MSNBC propagandist Nicole Wallace talking about how J.D. Vance mansplained over the moderators last week at the vice presidential debate with Tim Walz. All J.D. Vance did was try to correct a fake fact check that the moderators gave him, but that's not how Nicole Wallace saw it. Anyway, things are clearly getting very crazy out there, guys, so please take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Till next time, love you guys. Peace. Roll it.
Muting powers. And I actually think if you're a woman, that might be the worst moment J.D. Vance had, because he was going to mansplain right over that mute button. He was, and again, I don't pretend to know how everyone will react to this. I think that a lot of women in positions of authority that should command respect just by virtue of that dynamic will see themselves in some dude that disrespected them and talked over. I mean, there was a moment like that with the vice presidential in the Harris Pence debate.
What did you say? What the did you just say?
And I actually think if you're a woman, that might be the worst moment J.D. Vance had, because he was going to mansplain right over that mute button.
Woman, get back in here and make me a sandwich.
And you ain't black.